Good morning, everyone. I'm Ferdi Salvador, sitting in for Paulo de Rosario. We bring news you need to stay ahead.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo, TGIF, and we are here to jumpstart your day with some good vibes, inspiration, and great energy.
Woo! Happy Friday! I'm Monique Tuzon, and your mornings are mo fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. And this Friday is especially so much more fun because we have Ferdi Salvador in the house.
Sitting in for Paulo.
Yes,
We miss it.
Paulo has turned into an industry beacon.
Exactly.
And industry beacon turned into good mornings.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Oh my goodness, did you have a hard time waking up super early?
No, I put it in my head that I'm gonna go sit in with you guys, so I slept early.
Oh, you're ready. You can be our fourth host.
This is what you call commitment. So
Yes.
and it's my first time to do a morning show like this. And I love the energy. Everyone's so peppy, energized.
I
And
know.
It's not like, walking around with like a heavy brick of bags.
Yeah, it's totally different here. Plus, we had that video session before the start of the show. Yeah.
I think we got that on video.
I love that someone is now singing with me before the show starts.
Paulo doesn't sing?
Never.
Paulo doesn't sing
He doesn't
or
sing or
dance.
dance with us. Never.
Paulo,
So I'm
I
so
think we need
glad
to
you're
change
here.
that.
That's okay. You can change him first. You gotta tell him next time.
I wore this outfit because I'm trying to imbibe Paulo today.
Yes, with the jeans, the t-shirt, and the jacket.
But I can't. I have to wear loafers. I can't.
He's Paulo with diamonds.
I know,
that's
right?
like-
So shout
Paulo with diamonds. Paulo with the bling. But anyway, we have a jam-packed show today. We'll be talking about fitness. We got a lot of news items to talk about today. But first, let's take a look at the
First,
weather.
let's check our weather. I'll be sitting in for Paulo del Rosario today. We can expect generally fair weather conditions, but with chances of rains today. Now, despite storm-free projections in the coming days, Pag-asa says the shear line affects the eastern sections of southern Luzon and the Visayas, where these areas may experience scattered rains, and the northeast monsoon affects northern and central Luzon for today. Pag-asa says Baguio may expect cool temperatures today, ranging from 14 to 21 degrees Celsius. Metro Manila, on the other hand, expects some rains as well today, as temperatures range from 23 to 30 degrees Celsius. Sunset will be at 5:43 p.m.
Millions of Filipinos participated in this year's Traslacion to show their devotion to Jesus Nazareno. The procession, which started at around 4:40 a.m. on Thursday, reached its home at Quiapo Church at around 1:25 a.m. this morning. That's a total of 21 hours of procession, which saw some slowdowns and mishaps. Red Cross reports a crowd crash that occurred in Santa Rita Palanca Street in Quiapo last night due to the heavy flow of the crowd. 4 people were rushed to the hospital, while around 40 others were reported injured.
Now in the U.S., firefighters managed to put out a blaze in the Hollywood Hills, but a pair of massive wildfires menacing Los Angeles from the east and west were still burning uncontained. The Palisades fire between Santa Monica and Malibu, as well as the Eaton fire near Pasadena, are already the most destructive in the history of LA. The fire has consumed over 11,000 hectares so far. Nearly 180,000 have been ordered to evacuate, and at least 5 people have been killed. The Eaton's fire growth has significantly dropped, though it remains 0% contained. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass described the situation as a perfect storm, as powerful winds spread flames across parched grounds that has not seen rain for months. The total economic losses from the fires are now pegged at around $50 billion, analysts say.
Meanwhile, the Philippine consulate urges Filipinos in Los Angeles to follow warning and evacuation orders. The consulate is also communicating with Southern California authorities to monitor the wildfires. The consulate is ready to assist Filipinos affected by the fires. Over 300,000 Filipinos are living in Los Angeles County and 1,000 others in Southern California.
Oscar-winning actress Jamie Lee Curtis says her family is donating $1 million to wildfire relief efforts in California. On Instagram, Curtis said she and her husband, Christopher Guest, are starting a fund to support the city and its people. The award-winning actress adds she is in contact with officials, quote, as to where those funds need to be directed for the most impact. Curtis was among several movie and TV stars who lived in Pacific Palisades, an upscale coastal area that was ravaged by wildfires that started on Tuesday.
Meanwhile, the Critics' Choice Awards is moving its red carpet affair to a later date. Organizers say the event, which was supposed to take place January 12, is moved to January 26. The rescheduled event will remain at the Barker Hangar in Santa Monica, California, and will be broadcast live and around the world. Joey Berlin, CEO of the Critics' Choice Association, says the tragedy has already had a profound impact on the community. He adds their thoughts and prayers with the victims and first-line responders battling the wildfire.
Now over in sports, the Los Angeles Lakers is postponing its scheduled game against the Charlotte Hornets amid the raging California wildfires. On social media, the Lakers organization says the game will be rescheduled to focus on what matters most. The Purple and Gold also tells fans to hold on to their tickets, explaining these will be honored for the rescheduled date. Reports say Lakers head coach J.J. Redick was among those who lost their homes due to the wildfire.
Still in the U.S., former President Jimmy Carter was honored during his state funeral on Thursday. Hundreds of mourners, including all 5 living current and former U.S. presidents, were in attendance at the Washington National Cathedral. Carter, who only served as U.S. president for 1 term, was widely admired for his humanitarian work after leaving the White House. Carter died on December 29th at the age of 100. He will be buried in Plains, Georgia.
Jimmy Carter's friendship taught me, and through his life taught me, the strength of character is more than title or the power we hold. Throughout his life, he showed us what it means to be a practitioner of good works and a good and faithful servant of God and of the people. And today, many think he was from a bygone era. But in reality, he saw well into the future. God bless you, Jimmy Carter.
Maybe this is unbelievable to you, but in my 49 years, I never perceived a difference between his public face and his private one. He was the same person no matter who he was with or where he was. And for me, that's the definition of integrity.
Lea Salonga finds out her ancestry in the premiere episode of Finding Your Roots, Season 11. The PBS show traced 7 generations back, learning about Lea's maternal great-great-grandfather, Pedro Malhabor. With the help of host Henry Louis Gates Jr., Lea also surprisingly found out that she has ancestors of German and Prussian descent. The episode, which originally streamed on January 7th, unfolded a lot more about Lea's origins and is available for streaming on PBS.
Our very own Disney princess.
Can you imagine? She's got German and Prussian lineage.
Right?
I wouldn't be surprised, though. You know, I was thinking maybe we should guest her on the show together with Mighty Magulang.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because
be
Mighty
great.
Magulang, she does like genealogy, right, and everything. And
I want to be on that app.
Yeah.
I want to find out where. You know, it's funny because I was reading on social media about where Filipinos and their genetics came from.
Yes.
Of course, a lot of us always say because 3 centuries of Spanish rule.
Yeah.
We feel like we are Spanish. However, that's not true because we're mostly Malay,
Actually, yes.
Chinese, Japanese, and a spattering of Korean.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Right?
My uncle took a DNA test and we had like 1% Indian actually, which is so interesting.
Maybe that's why.
Like it's so interesting.
Maybe that's why the universe brought you Tam.
Oh my gosh.
It's how appropriate.
Yeah, right? No, but you know what? Talking about Lea Salonga and then seeing all her pictures when she was a young girl, I remember growing up to her songs, and I still had that record.
Like what song?
Because that, I am but a small boy.
Yes, I love that one.
I am but a small dream. And that was her tono, her tono, right? When she was young, yung medyo kid voice talaga, but it was so beautiful. And record pa talaga during that time.
Right,
Sorry,
apparently, she's got the perfect pitch.
Yes.
She's amazing. I actually saw her in concert when she was here. She sounds exactly the same, if not even better.
I mean, Lea, if you're watching, hi, honey, Lea.
Yeah. Are you
She's
not
amazing.
friends with Lea? Bring her in.
I'm gonna bring her in.
Kasi parang Ferdi's friends with everyone. So baka, you know.
Actually.
I'm friends with a few.
With a few.
Yeah.
A few and then some.
And that's some, I know.
And acquaintances with many.
Oh, there we go. I love that.
But I'm glad that you reported about Lea, because after all the news, you know, it's quite hard to digest in the morning.
Yes,
Wildfires, former President Carter, you know what I mean? It's we need to uplift the morning.
I know.
Yeah, which we will be coming up soon.
I know, because we are going to be talking about fitness. Fitness is a matter of mind and spirit. This new year, find out how you can mentally get in the game and hit your stride with your fitness goals down to the science of exercise. Catch fitness coach Jah Agcaoili after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musni. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
We empower.
Filipino startups can actually compete globally.
We motivate.
Growing retail interest today from a cryptocurrency perspective.
Changes that are vital.
We have high data privacy standards for all our clients.
Follow the Money with Rain Musni.
Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.
The latest news, national issues,
with regard to was very vocal about charter change.
the political scene, the trust and approval ratings of President Bongbong Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte decline, and conversations with prominent personalities.
Brings back wonderful memories of past Christmases when I was a little boy in Iloilo.
Be timely informed, be insightful of the news. All these firsthand at the forefront.
Lifestyle, beauty, food. We got you.
If you want a gift that gives back, memories that is, this one is on my wish list too.
Join Marie Lozano where she uncovers the untold stories and surprises in the world of lifestyle.
I had already accepted my excess baggage fate. Time to show me what you're really about.
The Lifestyle Lab on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. From the filing of candidacies until the last ballot is counted, your newest trusted news source, BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, will be at the forefront to guide your decisions and guard your vote. Tune in to BNC's Election 2025 special coverage.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Fitness is a matter of mind and spirit. This new year, find out how you could mentally get in the game and hit your stride with your fitness goals down to the science of exercise. Here in the studio, we have fitness coach Jah Agcaoili joining us today. Coach Jah, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Monique. Good morning, Ma'am Anne.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You know what? This is very timely because I'm reading this book, fitness book, that says, because usually when we want to lose weight, when we want to get fit, we always think about diet and exercise. But according to this book that I'm reading, the mind actually the brain plays a big role in getting fit and maintaining your fitness goals, sustaining it, not just throughout the year, if that's your goal for 2025, but making it a permanent part of your life. So let's talk about mindset. So how can you have this mindset that can help you get fit this year and sustain your fitness goals all throughout the year?
Actually, I was about to talk fail-proof mindset this coming Sunday kasi I've been managing a community of learners who really wants to get fit. And yung word fail-proof pertains to like the mindset that at least that when you apply that mindset, yung mga failures or when you trip yourself is less damaging. Like you become more resilient because there's a lot of people out there na they think fitness is an extreme thing to do.
Yes.
Where na it's either you go home or go hard, diba?
Yes,
but they cannot distinguish yung like yung gray area between those two. Na sometimes the minimum still counts. If you cannot like do 5 times a week of working out, 1 time a week still works.
Okay.
It's equally effective as working out 4 to 5 times a week as long as na you are consistent.
Right.
Then
Coach, sorry.
Yeah, go.
You're saying.
And next naman is you have to instill this fail-proof mindset is for you to be able to know kung ano din yung mga things that what really matters, what you need to follow, because there's a lot of things to follow in fitness. But you only have to choose the vital few among the trivial many so that you will make your fitness more simple yet easy to sustain so that you can come up with the results. Kasi results comes if you're really consistent.
Right.
Yeah, I'm dreading this part actually because my 2 friends over here obviously are very fit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not me, it's just Anne. I'm getting there.
No, but you look pretty good. You know, not whether you work out or not, you look great. But I'm the pendulum kind of friend that they have. Like, I'm thin and then stay in the middle for a little bit, and then boom, I can't fit into my pants, and then, you know, I get guilty. But what really repels me from the gym is the people around me. Because, you know, people are working out and, you know, they're hitting it hard, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
And there I am on the treadmill trying to walk, you know, very casually. And then, okay, fine, this person's jogging already. Let's go jog. You know what I mean? So that plays in my head. Like, it's really difficult, especially right after the holidays. Because although I was not so naughty during the holidays because I didn't eat much.
Wow. Really? A skinny mini over there.
These these jeans didn't fit me a year ago. And now I really stuffed myself into them and I made it work. But
and you look great.
So, with a personality like mine, what's the best way to like instill like, you know, a healthy exercise or fitness mindset?
Actually, it's a valid point, no, na there's a lot of people who are really intimidated in going to the gym.
That's true.
Because you'll see a lot of people there going really hard.
Yeah.
Pero the trend right now is like, parang ang sinasabi nga nila is, go under-train instead of going over-training. Kasi at least there's a margin of improvement if you under-train. Then pangalawa, if you want to be really consistent with going to the gym or whatever exercise modality you want to follow, you really have to start simple. Kasi if things are simple, it's easy to do it repeatedly. Unlike yung very complex, you're too overwhelmed. And what I'm always telling to my followers is, if you start your day one, the intensity or the demand of that exercise session should still make you feel that you're still ready for day 2.
So I shouldn't feel guilty by...
Not at all.
Because I do feel guilty, guys.
So,
Because like the only reason why I run at like 5:30 or 6 a.m. is if I'm jet lagging. I pretend like, okay, if I can't play, I'll display. So, or like dress up for it.
but you know what? I do understand that because I go to the gym regularly. I see these kinds of people. You know, the people who really like go hard or go home.
And they're very daunting.
And they are. They can be very intimidating. Although they don't do that intentionally. It's just that when you see the beginners, they kind of like shy away from the areas where the ones who go hardcore train, right? And you were talking about it is better to undertrain than overtrain. This year, what do you think are the trends that should be grasped this year by people who want to get into fitness, and the trends that we should just leave behind, push it back, and forget about them?
Like the six-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So let's start with the emerging evidence right now that you can still work out even though you just only have like 20 minutes per day. Okay? Because a lot of people think the longer the workout is, the more effective it will be. But there's a lot of people out there na fitness is not just their priorities. They pay attention or pay their energies to other things in life. And there are some papers that saying na even though just 20 minutes, as long as you follow a really high quality, well-designed workout program, even you do it just one time a week.
Yeah, but like, look at that fellow on the video. That's like
That's
intimidating
intense
to
already.
me.
Syempre, you have to design your program based on what your body's capable of doing, right?
What do you do, Anne?
I do a lot of cardio, but now I've started doing muscle building because I have read that women over 40 should not focus on cardio anymore, especially the strenuous cardio, and focus more on muscle building because this is going to help us women as we age, because our bones get more brittle.
But that's not
weaker.
you, because you're not over 40, so I don't know what you're doing.
I know, I'm just getting ready. I'm just getting ready, you know.
24 hours.
Yeah, right. But Coach, when you mentioned that 20 minutes is enough, and especially for beginners who are trying to work out, like Anne mentioned, she's strength training, cardio is also a good thing, but for the person who just wants to begin working out, what do you recommend for the 20 minutes without them being intimidated being at the gym? Because especially like all the different equipments, right? You're like, oh my gosh, how do I use this? Where do I put this? What weight? So what do you recommend?
Like first, I'll be biased sa strength training because strength training has been associated to a lot of positive health benefits. Like sabi nga ng mga like top experts, like it's the closest thing to the fountain of youth. So if you're going to the gym, as much as possible, you lean on strength training. And second, you can start with like doing free weights. If you're really intimidated with the by the machines, you can do like free weights. Like just choose 3 body parts that you really want to develop, and just find some like a simple workout for those, at least one workout. Then you just do it like for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Because along the way, your body will yearn for more. Your body will yearn for more challenge. So
that's true.
You will signal yourself also to do more, to overreach na. Coming from the day one na you're just trying to keep yourself dialing in dun sa pag-workout. So ang pinaka-quote ko talaga is consistency first, intensity later.
Right.
So both like we're gonna work out together. I don't know how that's gonna end up.
I'll meet you at the gym.
Magchichikahan lang tayo sa gym, I think. We're gonna work out walking on the treadmill with our wine
Well, that's still
glasses.
better, because I mean, it's still some kind of movement.
20 minutes. Coach Jah said 20 minutes.
Yes, but
Magic word.
you also mentioned 3 body parts that you want to focus on. It kind of reminds me of spot training, tama ba? So this is something that some people, alam ko it's a myth that we should debunk, right? Some people want to focus on the abs because feeling nila pag lagi sila nag-abs every day, then they're gonna get that
angle
six-pack,
myself
right?
so I don't
So,
look like
what are
there,
your thoughts on this? And also, when you said 3 body parts, should we be doing this for a long time, or should we focus on other areas as well?
I'm glad you pointed that out now, just to make it clear. Like, spot reduction is a myth, pero spot building is true. Like, for example, if you really want to like grow your glutes, and you can actually train your glutes hanggang sa like magdevelop siya. So if you want to train your arms and to increase its size or to build muscle around it, pwede mo siyang gawin. Pero yung spot reduction, it's more of like I tell my students is, if you want to lose fat around your belly, like you're doing spot reduction, why not lose all those unwanted fats? Kasi we lose fat in different ways based on our genetics.
Yes.
So that's what I usually tell to my learners na it might be impossible to spot reduce, but it's possible to spot build.
Okay.
Question, you talked about
that's so
genetics,
interesting.
right? Do you think it would be fair? I don't know if this is a thing. Find out about your genetics, tell your trainer what it's all about, and then that's what you deal with.
Actually, because a lot
Is
of
that a
people,
thing?
I feel like, is it?
Wait, as a fitness coach or fitness trainer, if you don't really have that comprehensive equipment to really detect the genetics, it will be really difficult for us to determine kung ano yung genes mo, ano yung DNA mo.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the rule of thumb here is, if you're not really that lucky to have that genes that gives you
kasi the others
fast,
are super payat, diba? And
payat.
metabolism super fast.
Like you.
Fast responder sila, slow responder sila. At least there's a science that can guide you to lead you to those tools that will give you more advantage.
I'm so gonna find out, ladies. I'm gonna find
Let us know.
out.
Let us know next
But just to
week.
give you a trivia, if you're really a fast responder sa training, yun yung gusto ng marami, di ba? Mabilis yung progress.
Yes.
For some reason, there is a tendency na fast din yung pag-reverse ng effect kapag tumigil ka mag-training.
Oh my God.
That is so true because my body responds fast when I work out regularly, and then let's say I go on vacation, so I don't get to
makikita
go
mo
to the
talaga.
gym for a week.
Everything
and then,
falls apart.
I know, and my clothes are sikip na and all, diba?
That's so me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I'm committing to this angle.
While yung mga slow responder naman, if they're really having hard time on adapting to training or building muscle, matagal din naman mawala yung progress nila when they stop training. So may mga ganun.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you, because it's another daunting thing when you start your fitness journey when it comes to supplements, correct? Especially for beginners, because you hear and you see people who are basically athletes already and who are regulars at the gym. They're taking creatine, whey protein.
Yeah, creatine, that's so popular
Yeah,
now.
like all the post-workout and pre-workout stuff.
Yeah.
Is that necessary?
It's necessary if you really want to go to the next level. Pero may prerequisites eh. You should really have a foundational eating habits. And those supplements will just provide you a meaningful gains if you are leaning on a really holistic nutrition habits.
Right. Okay.
Kasi you really have to eat right first before supplement right.
Now that you're talking about eating right, what do you think is the most efficient diet? Something that you recommend to your
The holy
clients,
grail,
to your,
sweet.
your
Diet,
students,
The most efficient diet is the diet that you can stick long enough.
Yeah.
So siguro ganito, I'll just tell you guys
the seafood diet. When I seafood, I eat it.
Ay, ngayon ko lang I just heard it for the first time. But what I usually tell is, you just think of 10 foods that you cannot live without and just consume it with control and mindfulness.
Oh my gosh, I cannot live without sugar. How do you control that, Coach?
But is it true that if you eat something repeatedly, for example, let's say in Japan, they're all about sushi and that, and they keep eating that. You don't see a lot of obese Japanese, right? Is that true?
From my perspective, what I see kung bakit there are less obese Japanese because their environment enforce them or at least make them walk all the time kasi
they walk. That's
some people told
We
me
don't
na
walk.
We
they
don't
really
walk
don't
at
walk.
all.
They get their 10K steps a day.
No, they really do.
Yeah.
And they're so quick to walk when you're in Japan.
Yes.
You're dying, trying to keep up with them. They're just going to the office just another day.
When you see
and
all
you're
the
tourist.
you see them crossing the streets and they're just so fast. They walk so fast.
And the
Yes,
science
I think
behind
it's
it is a lot of people then believe na if you exercise, it almost solve everything. But the truth is, konti lang yung contribution ng exercise sa how much calories you burn in a single
Right.
day.
Yes,
And
yes.
the most, or the highest, or at least the second highest contributor to your metabolism is what you do outside exercise.
Okay.
So for example, after you exercise, instead of going driving your car, you just walk home.
True.
Yeah.
Take
So
the stairs.
nandun yung mataas, take stairs. So nandun yung mataas na contribution of the daily calorie burn. That's why Japanese are konti lang obese kasi besides they are training, they're moving more often outside the gym.
Coach, this time I want to talk about recovery because, recovery is very important. Some people think na, okay, I want to lose weight. I'm not going to have rest days. I'm just going to work out 7 days a week. No pahinga at all. So let's talk about recovery and how important is it. I know that you are also recovering from your ACL injury, right? Like si Kai Soto na injured din siya na
recently.
yung ACL
Kai
niya.
was my student in grade 8.
Oh, cool. So let's talk about that. Gaano ba katagal dapat yung recovery period and the importance of recovery for our bodies?
Siguro like I'll focus first sa importance. No? Everything what we want to happen by training happens when we have like adequate recovery. Then pangalawa naman is you can only tell if you're really recovered, but basically if you're ready for training again.
Okay.
Pero if you're overexerting yourself, mararamdaman mo rin na detrimental na rin yung performance mo. You recover slow. Your body soreness is really bad. And that's the indicator na you don't have that enough recovery for you to be prepared to go all in again sa next workouts mo. I actually published a content about it na more exercise per day might lead you to more weight gain. It's because you're compensating. Since you thought na nag-workout ka na matindi at araw-araw, you deserve to eat more. Then pangalawa,
Oh my gosh, that's me.
yung body soreness.
So again, it all boils down to mindset, no?
And balance din.
Yes,
So imbalance din. So ang nakita kasi doon is every day they go over 100%. So yung stress, hindi rin sila makatulog ng tama, and the appetite levels skyrocketed. So kinompensate nila with food.
Now, Coach, unfortunately, we don't have any more time.
Yeah.
We have so many other questions to ask you.
Oh my
but
goodness.
For our viewers who want to ask you directly, where can they find you?
I usually post content in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Actually, naka-display naman yung name ko, so that's my name in the social media.
Okay.
And they will also encounter there yung webinar ko on Sunday about the 5 fail-proof mindsets that will help you achieve your long overdue fitness that you've been trying to achieve for years. So, yeah, nasa social media lang din naman ako.
We will definitely catch you there and throw you more questions kasi this was such an interesting conversation.
I know,
Ang dami
we're
nating
not letting you go. We're keeping you in the studio.
I have a flexible time today, so...
So thank you very much for joining us today, Coach Jah Agcaoili, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, don't go away, guys, because we have a bit of bad news for public commuters as operators are mulling a fare hike for LRT. But some groups argue to reconsider as not to worsen Filipinos' woes. That story and more after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. Now let's talk some serious business first. It comes as no surprise for some lawmakers that a good number of Filipinos are in favor of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment. But one question remains. Will there be enough time for the impeachment complaints to move forward? Zandro Ochona reports.
A lawyer for the third impeachment complaint against VP Sara Duterte believes there is enough time for Congress to act on the complaint and transmit it to the Senate. He said this happened when former Chief Justice Renato Corona was ousted through an impeachment trial.
The Senate then started the trial in January of 2012, and they were able to hand a decision by May of 2012. Although we are 1 month short of the Corona timeline, but for us it's still manageable. It's kind of similar to the timeline that the Senate had when they decided to remove from office then Chief Justice Corona.
He also believes the senators are duty-bound to sit as judges and proceed with the trial.
The adjournment does not affect the fact that the Senate is bound by the Constitution to constitute itself as an impeachment tribunal the moment it receives articles of impeachment from the House of Representatives. The adjournment only affects the Senate as a legislative body. It does not affect the Senate as a constitutional impeachment tribunal.
A recent SWS survey shows 41% of Filipinos are in favor of impeaching the Vice President. In a statement, House Assistant Majority Leader Jay Kong-hoon said the numbers don't lie and that the public is demanding accountability. He said it also reflects the growing frustration over the glaring irregularities surrounding Duterte's actions. Akbayan Party List Representative Percy Sendanya agrees with this, saying the survey not only validates the growing distrust towards the Vice President, but also highlights the people's clamor for accountability. Another lawmaker who endorsed the second impeachment stressed,
Itong usapin ng impeachment ay isang election issue. Talagang susukatin ang mga kakandidato na mga politiko dito sa kanilang stand, dito sa impeachment complaint. Baka sa election, yung mga pro-impeachment, yung kanilang mga pipiliin as against dun sa hindi. Kaya talagang ito yung barometer.
The House resumes session next week and is expected to decide on the fate of the 3 and a possible 4th impeachment complaint. Zandro Ochona, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The COMELEC has placed 38 election areas of concern on red category. Most of these are from Mindanao, including several cities and towns in Basilan, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao del Norte, Maguindanao del Sur, and Tawi-Tawi. This means there is a serious threat of election-related violence in these areas due to political rivalry or the presence of terror groups and private armies. Nearly 200 places with history of election-related incidents are under yellow category, while over 100 are placed under green category. The COMELEC says the list may change once the campaign period begins.
And therefore, yun ang hinihingi namin tulong sa PNP at sa EFP, lalo-lalo na yung presensya ng private armed groups. Dapat hanggat maaari, mawala ang lahat ng yan bago magsimula ang campaign period. Sila ang nag-create ng problema, sila ang nag-create ng violence, sila ang nananakot sa sambayanan.
Veteran actor and TV host Vic Soto files a cyber libel complaint against filmmaker Daryl Yap. He filed his complaint at the Muntinlupa Regional Trial Court Thursday. This is in connection with Yap's upcoming film about the late 80s star Pepsi Paloma. Soto's name was mentioned in the controversial teaser for the film entitled The Rapists of Pepsi Paloma. In an interview with On Agenda, Vic Soto's legal counsel explains Yap's actions damaged his reputation of his client, rather.
Hayagan pong tinawag, pinangalanan ng aming kliyente na si Vic Soto bilang isang rapist. At ito po yung libelous o mapanira. Matagal pong iningatan ni Mr. Vic Soto ang kanyang pangalan sa industriya. Ito'y kalakip nga ng katagang bossing kung tawagin. May respeto, may paggalang sa kanya. At ito'y nasira sa isang iglap dahil lamang sa irresponsableng pag-post ng teaser video ni Mr. Daryl Yap.
Yap was given until January 15 to respond.
In other news, Rufa May Quinto freed after posting bail at the Pasay Regional Trial Court a day after she surrendered to authorities on Wednesday. The comedian actress faces 14 counts of fraud filed by investors of a skincare company for allegedly being involved in an investment scam. Quinto had already appeared before the court and pleaded not guilty of charges of violating the Securities Regulation Code. She also thanked the authorities for being fair in handling their case.
Salamat sa judge namin, sa lahat din, like lawyers ng iba, may papayag ng lawyers ng complaint. Maganda kasi binigyan na ako sa yung mag-explain na ba yan. Alam mo yun, basta they give me a check, kaya ako.
In the meantime, passengers of the LRT-1 may need to adjust their budget soon as its private operator seeks a fare hike. The Light Rail Manila Corporation explains its petition is part of a periodic fare adjustment process. If approved, a single journey trip throughout the LRT-1 would increase from 45 pesos to 60 pesos. Fares for both the LRT-1 and LRT-2 last increased in 2023. Bayan President Renato Reyes has urged the president to review the petition, saying this will add to commuters' woes.
Probably the worst kind of privatization that has happened in our history, wherein government guarantees the profits of the private operator no matter what happens. At the end of the day, the problem will have to reach the president. Mr. Marcos, you have to do something about this because this is a very lopsided honors contract, and the burden on the commuters will be huge.
The Philippines slides down in the list of the world's most powerful passports. From number 73 last year, the country is now at 75th place in the latest Henley Passport Index. The report says Philippine passport holders may travel to 67 countries visa-free. Singapore is ranked the world's most powerful passport. Singaporean passport holders can visit 195 countries without a visa. Second is Japan, followed by Finland, France, and Germany. Meanwhile, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian and Bianca Manalo are trending online because of an apparent breakup rumor. Find out what Senator Win has to say when It's a Beautiful Day returns.
The latest weather updates and forecast.
Could be another tropical cyclone heading towards us at the end of the year.
With information to help us understand important aspects about our climate.
Can you tell us a bit about the jobs that will actually be produced by this project, not just in the construction, but of course in the actual running of this farm?
Weather HQ.
Whatever the weather, only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb.
At ako naman si Corina Sanchez-Rojas.
Ngayong 2025, kombinasyong Corina Sanchez-Rojas at Pinky Webb. Dalawang mababahayag na subok sa tapang at talino.
Simulcast tayo sa DWAR Abante Radyo at 94.7 Mellow BFM.
Mapapanood din tayo sa Abante Teletabloid sa Sky Cable. Sa bawat issue may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
It has no authorization.
We hope and pray that it will not.
Thanks for having me here.
Our frustrated
by myself, basically.
We always say that.
It depends.
A well-concerted effort.
Perhaps I can reiterate. My greatest beefsteak. Iba na iba pa tayo.
Hello and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. More news for you this morning. In tech news, iPhone 16 remains banned in Indonesia, despite Apple's plans to invest $1 billion in the country. The ban was enforced in October after the tech giant failed to follow investment requirements that 40% of the phones must be made from local parts. Apple offered to set up an AirTag tracking device factory in Indonesia, but the country's industry minister says he is not satisfied with the offer. Negotiations are still ongoing between the two parties.
For us at the Ministry of Industry, there's no time pressure. We don't feel rushed at all. If Apple wants to start selling its iPhone 16 soon,
especially with the iPhone 17 launch just around the corner. The ball is in their court.
Now, more entertainment news. After 16 years of marriage, Jessica Alba and Cash Warren reportedly called it quits. TMZ reports Alba and Warren are already preparing to file divorce. The two met on the set of Fantastic Four in 2004, where Alba was the lead actress and Warren was a production assistant. They married 4 years and had 3 kids. No comment. That's what Senator Sherwin Gatchalian had to say about the rumor, saying he and girlfriend Bianca Manalo have already split. The matter was brought up during a Senate forum. The couple became a trending topic online after netizens noticed that Senator Win and Bianca were apparently not together during the holiday season.
Hindi ako nagko-comment sa personal sa personal life ko.
Pero masaya ka, sir.
Masaya naman ako parate. Masaya naman ako as a person.
Afterwards, Bianca posted on her Instagram story indicating she was unbothered over the issue. The background music of the video was Meghan Trainor's Treat Myself. I hope this is not true. 2025 and so many couples are splitting locally and internationally.
I already, I'm writing that down for my year-ender breakup list.
I hope they don't make the list. I'm very fond of Senator Gatchalian and Bianca. I think they're a great couple. They're lots of fun. They're a hoot. And I was just telling Mo a while ago before we started the show that this is definitely news to me.
Right. So I'm hoping it's not true.
I hope it's
just a rumor.
I hope it's not true as well, because they're lovely people. I gotta say.
We always see them together in big events, right? In award ceremonies, they always are present together.
Right.
So it's really a shock to me that they're breaking up.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I think everyone's shocked.
Everyone's
so
shocked.
We'll see.
And Jessica Alba as well. I mean, 16 years of marriage down the drain. Makes you wonder what happened.
I have no idea.
She owes me money.
Is that true?
Wow, so casual.
This is true.
Oh my goodness!
Because
how did that happen?
She used that money for her divorce.
This is way back in the day. We were in Paris, and obviously, I don't know her personally. She's Jessica Alba, right?
Yes.
So we were in a club introduced by a friend of mine, and they're buddies and stuff like that. So I decided to party up to a certain time, and then because I had a flight the next day. And then she's like, "No, you're staying. Have another, beverage and stuff." And that kept going until 4:30 in the morning. I went back home because I thought my cutoff was okay. I woke up. I missed my flight. So Jessica, you owe me money.
I thought she was gonna make you pay for all the drinks as your airfare for that you missed.
I thought she actually borrowed money from you.
I was expecting she left the club and charged all the drinks to Ferdi.
She's a very nice person. She's super casual. You know what I mean? It's a great conversation with her. But you owe me money.
So she owes you a flight, technically.
She owes you a flight, yes.
And it wasn't a cheap flight, huh? It was
Paris
not.
to Manila, that's not cheap.
No, not Paris to Manila. It was Paris to Florence.
So business class pa, sure.
My goodness, you're such an industry beacon.
But going back to Sherwin and to Senator Gatchalian and to Bianca, we hope they're just rumors. But whatever it may be, we hope the best for the both of them, and have a good start of the year.
Yep. Well, for animal lovers out there, a sad story is going to be a happy one soon, because a pet dog in South Korea who tragically lost his family in the Jeju air crash is now looking for his new forever home. A South Korean animal rights group has put up a link on its social media pages welcoming applications for those who want to adopt Pudding. The coexistence of animal rights on Earth, or CARE, said Pudding was left alone after his owner failed to return home after a trip to Thailand. Pudding lost 9 of his family members in South Korea's worst aviation disaster, which took place late December of last year.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I hope he gets adopted soon.
I've been following his story actually, and every time I see it, it makes me cry. So I hope somebody adopts him. If nobody will, I will. I will go to South Korea.
You know,
and pick
it's
him
so
up.
sad because they don't understand really what happened.
No, exactly.
Right? So all they know is that
They thought they were
I don't have a
abandoned.
family. Yeah, exactly.
It's so sad.
And I hope, this is tragic, but I also hope that the animals in LA are okay.
Oh, yes,
all
yes.
the wild horses there and all the
I
livestock.
hope they're okay.
There
Well,
haven't been news on them. Actually, I've been trying to see if any animals were rescued or any sad
They're showing
reports.
more of the homes that were burned.
It's just the homes
down.
right now. So
yes.
yeah, but those are the homes of animals
Exactly,
as well.
exactly.
So.
I was like, I don't know what's happening with the world. It's so sad.
Well, that is it for us then this Friday, January 10. I'm Ferdi Salvador sitting in for Paul De Rosario. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Thank you for making us your daily morning habit. Remember to spread joy and kindness wherever this day and this weekend takes you.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. May you all have a great day and weekend ahead. Join us again on Monday at 7 a.m. only here on
It's a
beautiful day. I'm still not used to it.